Howdy, my name is Rebecca Hernandez, and I'm the Reactor Supervisor at the Texas A&M Engineering Experiment Station Nuclear Engineering and Science Center. I spent the past year as the Reactor Supervisor, and prior to that, have over 20 years in the business and accounting world, pretty much. Years ago, I remember sitting at my desk at a part-time hourly job and realizing that as a single mom at that time, that I needed to go to college if I wanted to do better for myself and for my family. And I did have a boss. He was a really great mentor that encouraged me to go to school for accounting and basically taught me to scrape, claw, scratch, and climb and do whatever I had to do to get that college degree. It took me 12 years to get my degree. I worked full-time, I was a single mom, and I went to college. And at that time, we didn't have a lot of online classes, so it was something I had to drive to my classes. And I remember each semester just changing up the location of where I would go to classes. Sometimes I would go to night school, and sometimes I would drive all the way to campus on different semesters just to keep myself motivated. So there's definitely a lot of persistence involved in doing that. I think at the time, I just really wanted to prove something to the world around me that I could succeed, even though my life took a different path than others around me. I was wanting to prove myself to everyone around me that I can accomplish the same things that they could, and also provide these great things for my family. To say it was a struggle was an understatement, but it was just something that I just kept basically just plugging away at. There were times, I'm sure, that I had to take a semester off. There were times that I failed a class and had to retake it. I think in my mind, I had my mind set. I'm just going to keep going. It could be at the time I thought, I don't know what else to do but keep going. But I was still on that mission to prove something to everyone else around me. And ironically enough, the only person I ended up proving something to was myself. Looking back on that and all the traveling back and forth I did from work and to school and to pick my son up from school, it was a lot. And I can look back on that and see how much just strength and courage and endurance I had. Probably without realizing it at the time. I was just so intent on proving something to everyone else. Current day, I'm working on a senior reactor operator license, which will enable me to be a senior operator at the reactor. So basically, I'm working on becoming something that I've never been before. It's been so rewarding, exciting, fun, challenging. There are times that I feel I'm on top of the world, and there's times that I feel less than. And I'm really, hoping to just send the message that you definitely can become anything that you want to be if you're, maybe in a career transition or simply not even sure what you want to do as far as your career. It's just to keep going. Where we change, we're growing. Just keep being persistent. Have courage. Have faith. Don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. And remember not to try to prove something to the world around you, but prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself first. And you never know who you're going to influence along the way or who needs that motivation. Spend time around those who encourage you and like-minded people. Spend time around those who know that you're capable of achieving anything that you set your mind to. But first and foremost, you have to believe that within yourself. Thank you for letting me join in, and I am a persister.